welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Faye, and for today's video, I'm bringing you guys my Sephora haul. Today's video is going to be all of the items that I actually picked up in the store. I went into the store yesterday and did a little bit of damage, so I'll be sharing those items with you guys in today's video, but then I also went ahead and placed an online order as well for some of the items that they did not have in store. So be sure to stay tuned for part 2 of this video, and if you have not had a chance to watch my recommendations or my what's in my cart video, I posted those before this one, so be sure to check those out. But I did mention in those videos that I created like the ultimate shopping guide for you guys of all of my recommendations. So I'll have a pinned comment down below with all of the links for you guys, so be sure to check that out before you check out, because I have been adding to that shopping guide. And then of course everything that I mentioned in today's video I will have listed and linked for you guys in the description bar. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and let's go ahead and get into the haul. All right, so before we get started, I just want to mention really quickly that it is storming pretty bad outside. Y'all might not be able to hear it, but just in case you hear a little rumbling in the background, that is what that is. I figure it'll add a little ambiance to the video, but just wanted to mention it in case, you know, you hear some background noise. Also wanted to mention, if I have influenced anything in your cart, it would really mean a lot if you would shop through the links that I will have in the pinned comment for you guys. I do earn a very small commission, but honestly, even more so than that, it helps me to track the things that you guys are interested in, or the items that you actually click on and potentially add to your cart. And a lot of times I will use the data from those links to see what you guys are interested in, what you guys are clicking on, and then that ultimately helps me to plan out my content because I can see what you guys are interested on. So yeah, if you don't mind, you guys know I don't typically ask you for too much here on this channel, but if you are shopping online, if you could just click one of those links down below in my pinned comment before you check out, it would really help me out a ton. All right, y'all, so most of the stuff for this haul is going to be a lot of the makeup items that I had in my cart, because I do like to go in store, touch, feel, swatch, all the things, and just make sure that I am gonna actually like the products. I do like the shades, they do actually match me, etc, etc. So most of the makeup products, if you watched my what's in my cart video, I did pick up in store. Well, some of them I ended up not getting, but of course I'm gonna show you guys. And then I did get a couple of body care and a couple of skincare products, but most of my body care, skincare, fragrance is gonna be coming in my online order, so stay tuned for that, because yeah, some of the stuff they just didn't have in the store. But enough of my chatting, let's just go ahead and get into the products. So the very first thing that I got are these powder puffs from the Sephora collection. Sephora collection is 30% off regardless of your tier. So if you've had your eye on anything from Sephora collection, now is the time to pick it up. But I mentioned to you guys in both my recommendations video as well as in my wish list video that I was going to be picking up more of these. The first time that I tried these was when I got them during the holiday savings event, and I have been obsessed with them ever since. I was previously using the little powder puffs from Amazon, and they just fall apart very easily. Like, they're cool to use when you first get them, but as soon as you wash them, they start coming apart and ripping at the seams. And I don't know if they're meant to be used once or twice, but I just didn't want to have to keep repurchasing them. So I ended up picking these up a couple of months back, tried them out, absolutely loved. So I picked up 2 more just so that I can have a few more backups of these. And I also want to add one to my purse for like touching up and whatnot when I'm out and about. So yeah, I picked up 2 more of these. These were like $8 before the 30% off, so super inexpensive if you're looking for a really great powder puff. The next thing that I picked up is from Topicals. This is their Slick Solve Mint Lip Balm. This is another product that I mentioned to you guys that I was gonna pick up, and I did end up getting it. I was on the fence about grabbing it, but I ended up seeing the display and I was like, you know what, just throw it in the bag. So I did actually try this out last night because I could not resist, and it definitely lives up to the hype. So it says on the back that it has ceramides, hyaluronic acid, glycerin, and rice bran wax. I put this on my lips. It is very, very thick and hydrating, and it did in fact stay on my lips when I woke up this morning. So I was very surprised by that. I have a feeling I'm really gonna love this, especially for like my nighttime lip mask. My lips were very hydrated, again, like I said, when I woke up this morning. And the main thing was that I was just very surprised that it was still on my lips when I woke up. So definitely recommend this. If you've been on the fence, I would highly recommend picking this up. They also recently came out with an additional shade. It's like a berry kind of colored shade. So this one is the clear one, but if you want like a tinted shade, they do have one of those as well. And the mint is very like light. It's not too much. It's a little bit of like a tingly sensation, but it's nothing too crazy. While we're on lip balms, this is actually one that was recommended by one of you guys in the comments. This is the Latte Lips Glaze Duo. These are actually full size, and there's 2 versions of this. I decided to go with the one that has cookie and cinnamon bun on the inside. So this is what it looks like. I initially thought that this was gonna be online only, but then when I was in the store, I actually saw them in there and I was like, oh, period. So I went ahead and threw it in the bag and picked these up. These also were not very expensive, so I don't know. I'm kind of on like, I feel like anytime we transition into spring and summer, I really get into the lip balms and the lip oils and the lip glosses and all the things. So I picked up a couple of lip products. Okay, I'm gonna swatch these really quickly just in case you guys wanna see what they look like. And ooh, I really like the applicator. Okay, so this is what the applicator looks like. Nice, big applicator. This one is in the shade Cookie. And it's basically just like a nice kind of beige nude shade. I really like that. And it feels really nice on my hand, which makes me feel like it's gonna feel really nice on my lips as well. And then this one is in the shade Cinnamon Bun, which is more of like a pink toned shade. This one is also a little bit more sheer. So right here, Cinnamon Bun, this one is Cookie. And this set is actually a really great deal because I think for one of these it's $18, but for 2 is $29 or something like that. Again, like I said, I'll have everything listed and linked for you guys down below. But the duo is definitely the better value because you're basically getting 2 for less than it would cost if you bought them individually. So to the person that recommended these, I'm sorry I don't remember your name off the top of my head, but shout out to you. I did end up adding these to my cart and picking them up, so excited to try those out. Also went ahead and picked up the new shades of the Gizu Honey Infused Lip Oils. They have 3 new shades, and I'm actually glad that I saw these in store because I ended up not getting the 3rd one. The 3rd one was more of like a pinky tone shade, and I just felt like, especially after throwing these in the cart, I didn't really need that one. So I ended up getting Glazed Plum, which is, and I'll take these out of the box so that you guys can see. So Glazed Plum is kind of like a nude peachy tone shade. And it also has a little bit of like glitter shimmer on the inside. And then I also got Bellini Peach, which obviously is like a more peach toned shade. So yeah, I felt like these 2 would be the 2 that I would reach for the most. So right here, we have the shade Bellini, this one right here. And then over here, right here, you can probably barely see, but that one is, what is it called? Glazed Plum, the one with the shimmer in it. It's basically like a very slightly tinted nude gloss with gold shimmer. Like very, very slightly tinted. So yeah, absolutely love these. I love the packaging. I love the way that they wear on the lips. I do feel like they are a little bit overpriced, which is why I typically will purchase these during the savings events. But super excited to have those and use those for spring and summer. And then the last 2 things that I got for lips, I usually don't get a lot of lip products, but I really went in on the lip products this time. I got 2 of the new Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb oils, and I got the shade Fussy and Fenty Glow. And this is another product that I just could not wait to try out. So I did put on a little bit of Fenty Glow yesterday when I got home. And let me tell you, if you're on the fence about these, just go ahead and get them. These honestly feel so hydrating and luxurious on the lips, and they really are that cross between an oil and a gloss. So yeah, if you're on the fence or if you have these in your cart, I would recommend picking these up. So this one is Fenty Glow. Absolutely beautiful. You guys can see it kind of has those shimmery reflex in it, but it's not like overly shimmery, like it's not giving childish on the lips, but it does have a little bit of that shimmer in it. And then this one is the shade Fussy, of course the more pink toned, and then also has a little bit of that shimmer in it as well. You guys know I'm a huge fan of anything lip related from Fenty Beauty, and this is another product that they definitely hit it out the park. All right, so moving on to complexion, I went ahead and picked up the Lawless Forget the Filler Skin Plumping Line Smoothing Foundation. A very long name, but I went ahead and picked this up. I got mine in 16T. I did shade match in the store. This is the shade that was actually recommended to me on the website. So I looked at this one, and then I looked at a couple before this one, like a couple lighter ones, and then a couple after this one, and this one was in fact the best shade match for me. So of course we'll see for sure when I actually try it out, but the reviews that I've seen on this foundation so far have been top tier. So I'm very excited to try this one. This is what the packaging on this looks like. And then of course it has a pump as well. And on the box, it says that it's a weightless full coverage foundation that blurs and smooths the texture of your skin while blending seamlessly into skin. Designed for 12-hour wear, high performance skincare ingredients, offer hydration, control oil, and deliver an undetectable second skin finish. Ideal for combination and acne prone skin. So all of that is sounding very much right up my alley. So let me know in the comments if you guys want to see a review on this foundation, and I'll definitely try to get that up for you ASAP before the end of the savings event in case you're interested in picking it up. Also picked up a new finishing powder. This is one that I've actually had in my favorites for a while now, and I just decided to finally go ahead and throw it in the bag because I've been wanting to try it out. This is the Rare Beauty True to Myself Tinted Pressed Finishing Powder. So this is what the packaging looks like. I got the shade Golden Tan. I did match myself again in store. I actually matched myself for this a couple of months back, just in case I decided I wanted to order it online. But I did double check in the store as well. So this is what it looks like. It does look a little bit light on camera, but it is intended to be used as a finishing powder, and the one before this one and the one after this one was either too light or too dark. So I think this one is going to be a really good match. And on the box it says that it's an airy, long-lasting pressed powder that instantly blurs, mattifies, and touches up makeup with light, flexible coverage that always looks like skin. So very excited to try that out. I was thinking that could be both like a finishing powder after I finish my makeup, as well as something I could potentially take with me on the go to touch up throughout the day. So we'll see. Another product that has been on my wish list for I don't even know how long is the bronzer from Haus Labs. This is the Power Sculpt Velvet Bronzer, and I picked mine up in the shade Acacia Ember, which is a medium deep. So I'm gonna open this up and show this to you guys as well. I have the foundation and the concealer, the loose setting powder, and the mascara from Haus Labs so far. And I love all of the products that I've tried from the brand, and I've been wanting to try more, but I don't know, I haven't gotten around to it. So I decided to go ahead and pick up this bronzer because I've heard a lot of really good things about it. The packaging eats down, which I feel like that is the case, honestly, with most Haus Labs products. And then, of course, you have a mirror and you have the product on the inside. So I think this would be a pretty good shade for me for a bronzer. So obviously, we'll see when we try it out. Another product that I got that I was super excited about is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Beauty Soulmates Face Palette. This is another one that I shared with you guys in my wish list that I knew that I was gonna be picking up. So this comes in 2 shades, and I picked mine up in the shade Flawless Peach. So there's like a peach tone shade, and then there's a more pink tone, like bubblegum pink tone shade. So first of all, get into the packaging. You guys know I am a sucker for cute packaging, and this one definitely eats down. And then when you open it up on the inside, you have a little mirror, and then you have the blush and the finishing powder. So like I mentioned, the other shade of this blush is like a more pink toned shade, and the finishing powder in that one is a more pink toned finishing powder, whereas this one, the blush is a more peach toned shade, and then the finishing powder, I don't know if you guys will be able to tell, but it's more of like a peach toned finishing powder. So I feel like it's similar to the Flawless finishing powder that I already have in the shade 3, I think it is, that I use underneath my eyes. So I'm very excited to try this out. Like I said, I think that this is super cute, and I also think that the shades in here are perfect for just everyday wear. And while we're on blushes, I did pick up 2 more. So I asked you guys in my What's in My Cart video, if you had to choose between YSL and Tower 28, which one you would pick. And one of you guys in the comments mentioned that I should do one from each brand of like different shades that I want to get, so I can try out both options and decide which one I like the best. So that is what I ended up doing. Also, when I went in the store and I looked at the more like super pink YSL blush shade that I had in the cart, I realized that I didn't see myself really reaching for that one as much. And considering how much these are, I just figured I should just get one that I know I will use on a regular basis. So with that in mind, I ended up settling on the shade Peachy Nude. And I didn't realize this in store, but I'm realizing now that I actually got quite a bit of like peachy toned things, lip colors, blushes, etc. So I don't know, peach may be my color this season, but get into, again, the packaging. I am obsessed literally with the packaging on everything that I picked up. All of the packaging is so cute, which love that for me. And then on the inside, of course, you have the blush and a mirror as well in case you wanted to take it with you on the go. So this one I'm gonna swatch for you so that you can see the shade in case you're interested. Oh, yes. First of all, that swatched beautifully, super buttery, but that's what it looks like. A nice, true peach toned blush, which I don't know if I have anything like this. I'm trying to think. I'm not sure if I have anything like this in a powder blush. So super excited to have this and to try it out. And then I also picked up this one from Tower 28. This is the Blur and Set Matte Powder Blush in the shade Culver Crush, which I feel like is also a peach tone shade, and I don't think I put that together when I was in the store. So I was supposed to get a shade that was not the same as this one, but we'll swatch it and just see. If they're similar, I may end up taking this one back and getting something different. This one is a little bit lighter. It's a good bit lighter, actually. So this one down here is the Tower 28 Culver Crush, and then this one up here is the YSL one. And while we're here, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the one from Charlotte Tilbury as well, because I'm feeling like there may be some overlap. Yeah. Okay, so this is the one from Charlotte Tilbury. So they're almost like different tones of the same shade. So this one's lighter, this one is like the medium, and then this one is like slightly darker. Do I need all three of these? Probably not. So we'll see. I may end up returning, I don't know. I'm not gonna return this one because if not for anything else, I'm keeping this for the packaging. I don't know which one of these I'm gonna end up taking back. It may end up being the one from YSL because I feel like the YSL and the Charlotte Tilbury one are very, very similar. So I may swap this one out for a different shade that is not like a peach tone shade. I don't know, but definitely gonna end up taking one of these back because I don't need multiples of a bunch of shades that are essentially all the same color. But that is all of the makeup products that I got. So now let's go ahead and get into skincare. I did go ahead and pick up the new Cherry Dub BHA toner from Fenty Skin. I mentioned to you guys that I was gonna be getting this because I do have the new cleanser that she launched at the beginning of the year, the Cherry Dub, I think it's like the Pore Purifying Cleanser. Love that cleanser, and I felt like this would be a great kind of partner in my skincare routine. On the back, it says that it's a power pack toner with BHA and Barbados cherry 3 ways. It's supposed to minimize surface oil and reduce the look of pores without stripping or over drying, which is exactly what my skin needs. So very excited to try this out. It has a very, very light cherry scent, but nothing that is super overpowering, of course. So yeah, I'll try this out and let you guys know what I think. And then last but not least, I picked up 2 body care products from Sol de Janeiro, which I mentioned to you guys I was gonna be getting these. So the first one is the Delicia Drench Shower Oil. This came out at the beginning of the year. This is actually a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. I think a lot of times when you see things online, the size of things is a little bit deceiving. This is a very big container. You get 13 fluid ounces, which I think is a really great value for the price that you're paying for it. It smells amazing, which I didn't expect anything less. If you're familiar with the purple bottle body spray or the Delicia body cream, it basically smells exactly like that, which again smells amazing. And on the back it says that it's a deeply moisturizing oil to milk body wash that revives the skin barrier and supports the microbiome for intensely nourished velvety skin with an uplifting woody gourmand scent. So I'm gonna be putting this in my shower and using it ASAP. And then this one is actually a body oil. So this one is a shower oil. This one is a body oil. So this is the Bea Flor Elasta Body Oil, a retinol mimicking cacao oil and amaranthus seed extract. It's supposed to boost elasticity and visibly smooth the skin. This is another one of those scents that I absolutely love for the spring and summertime. It smells very, very similar to Burberry Her, if you're familiar with that. And Burberry Her is one of those fragrances that I love to pull out during the warmer months. So I'll definitely be layering this with that scent. But this is what it looks like. This is actually a glass bottle, which is super luxurious. It comes with a little pump and I'm sure the smell is exactly like all of the other products of this same scent. So yeah, I will of course try this out and let you guys know what I think. My next video on this channel is probably going to be a full face testing out a bunch of new makeup and just giving you guys like a rundown. So let me know what you want to see. Also, let me know down below, out of these blushes that I got, the Charlotte Tilbury one, the Tower 28, and the YSL one, which one do you guys think I should keep and which one do you guys think I should exchange? That's what I get for not swatching these in the store. Like, just looking at them, they look like they were all gonna be different colors, but they all essentially, I feel like when I apply them to my skin, they're all basically gonna look the same. So let me know down below, which one should I keep? Which one should I swap out, maybe for a different shade? Or if you have any of these blushes in a shade that you guys think I would love, let me know that down below as well. And yeah, that's pretty much all that I have for you guys for today's video. Again, don't forget that I will have everything that I mentioned listed and linked for you guys down below. And if I influence any of your purchases throughout the Sephora savings event, I would really appreciate it if you would shop through my links. I will have them again in the description box as well as in the pinned comment for you guys. And yeah, that's all that I have for you. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you very soon in my next one.